Okay, let's see if I've got this correct. I do. Hello, welcome to this live stream. Sometimes I like to just live streams with you, my dear viewers. Rather than a big community flight where voices can get lost, it's just nice to do a live stream. Of course, we're in the New Zealand launch of Microsoft Flight Sim, the World Update. And I thought I would take a fly over New Zealand and bring you along. Obviously, I can't do the whole... Oops, I don't want that. What's happened? Get off. I can't do the whole of New Zealand. So I'm going to do some sites. I'm going to start from, let's see, runway 21 at NZUP. Actually, if I click on the runway, you can see it come up to the right there. NZWP, rather, not UP. That's where I'm starting off from. I'm going to be flying to Hamilton, I believe. Let's just scroll down. Should take about an hour and a half, maybe a bit longer, because I do want to sightsee Hamilton. Let's just click on that. NZHN Hamilton. I was right. Runway 36 right. Probably not going to do a lot of... I may do a couple of touch and goes along the way, but I want to take in a few sites. Hobbinton. Gotta go and see that. I've heard mixed reviews about how Hobbinton looks in the sim. We'll take a look. Fo Jiang Shan Temple. I'm going to bluff that one. The temple. I know these sites around Auckland here. We've got to take a look at them. Let's just catch up. Just be a second... There we go. Yep, so that's what we're going to do. Hello, Soupman. Good to see you. And Icefire, great for you to join. And yeah, let's just chat away. Questions, just general chat. Good evening, Beluga. How are you doing? I did have an... Oh, well, I updated the World Update today. By the way, if you want to see the New Zealand World Update, you've got a mandatory update, but you've got to go to... the marketplace and go on to World Update there, the free World Updates, and you should get New Zealand. Hello there, Gaming X33. It's good to see you. I have Flight Sim on both PC and Xbox. Yeah, I generally fly on the PC. It's easier for me to record stuff, and well, it looks better than my Series S. I believe the Series X looks fantastic, but I have a lowly Series S, so yeah, my PC looks better. Anyway, that's what we're doing, chaps. Quick tour of New Zealand. I will be in live. I'm not going to be chatting live on Discord. I'm in Discord at the moment, but I'm not chatting live. This is a live chat. We're just sightseeing, basically. I just want a nice, easy, relaxing flight. Well, maybe not so easy, but we'll see as the flight goes along. So I'm in the Cessna 172, as always. Let's go fly. I've got the music turned down in the sim, by the way, because yeah, it's just easier. And hopefully my internet will hold up. My internet's blinding fast in the morning. Absolutely. I mean, I got the New Zealand World Update. What was that? 5 gigabyte. Downloaded in about 2 minutes. Blinding fast during the daytime. This time of night, it can go a bit iffy. Oh, I'm sure I set daylight. It's okay, I'll fix that in a moment. Let me know on the sound levels, please, chaps. I'll just turn the game sound down a bit. And get back in the sim. Open my flow. Go to time of day. We can take that back to daylight. Look at it, it's around midday. I've got scattered clouds on. I just like a bit of cloud cover. There we go. And we're all set. So I'm on runway NZWP. And let's just check what server I'm on. I'm on North Europe. But I won't be chatting in Discord, just to remind you. I'm just doing it for you, my friends, my YouTube viewers. So I'm just double checking something. Your Wi-Fi's been dying for the last few weeks. I just hope it's not a virus. Yeah, I hope. Yeah. Oh, yeah, on your end. Yeah, let's hope not. Yeah, I mean, my Wi-Fi is it's 5G Gigabox, basically. It's Vodafone Gigabox, which is meant to be blinding fast, and it is. What they didn't tell me is that when it gets to peak hours, I don't always get the lion's share, so it's not always brilliant. It's enough to stream Netflix and Prime, and I've been watching a lot of Now TV, The Last of Us. We can chat about all that. Things like The Last of Us and series we may be watching. I'm enjoying The Last of Us. Let me know if anybody else is. So what we'll do, we'll set a quick autopilot altitude. Typically now the altimeter is correct. I don't need to correct it by pressing B, and it's not correcting itself, so it's fine. Altitude to begin with, 1,200 feet. We may have to raise. I've not done a dummy run of this course, so whatever happens will happen. Do I have, with flow, do I have a quick top up? Oh, I removed my... Oh, let's get rid of flow and get back into the sim. I had a little tab, I think I've got it, a little tab that just lets me add fuel with a press of a button. I'll take a look in a moment, just in case. But what I shall do, I shall lean my mixture, which will be an upcoming video, by the way, all about mixture. I've been enjoying playing with that and using that more, but I shall lean it once I get into cruise, just to conserve my fuel. So there we go, we can go straight into autopilot here. I'm going to cheat and go into heading mode. Sorry, GPS. But I will use my Velocity 1 flight stick Hat 1 just to bring my heading bug towards my current destination. Or route, rather. Just in case I need it. Let's see what's happening. Unplug. Yeah, I do that. I turn the router on and off, and it can help sometimes. It's just, yeah, it's just Vodafone. I've realised they are not the best provider for mobile internet. It's a gigabox, so it's a big box. I've got a big router, 5G and all that, but I don't know. Took about 5 hours. Ooh, ouch. What, is that the whole lot, Icefire? Is that flight sim, the whole thing? Yeah, absolutely. It's blinding fast. It took me about 3 hours to install it on my Series S when I catch my Wi-Fi at the right time. It's going to take 6 hours, yeah. On the PC it takes me a lot longer for some reason. I'm not quite sure what the issue is there. It can take me a day on the PC. The whole sim, whoa, brilliant. Yeah, PC, I do believe Xbox, it downloads Flight Sim a little bit quicker from my experience. You run it on a hard drive, it runs fine. I did do a video a while back about, I'm going to put it into heading mode just while we're, because I want to fly towards some of these landmarks. I did do a video a while back showing the differences. It was part of another video, but showing the differences between a normal hard drive and M2, and there's very little difference between a Flight Sim running on a normal hard drive and an M2 drive, I found. I didn't do extensive tests, but I did a little bit, and there was no slowdown in terms of FPS. It was the same FPS. Loading was a little bit longer in between starting a flight, but nothing greatly different. Evening all eco-terrorists, good to see you. And Joe Wolf, good evening, my friend. Which Xbox, S or X? No, M2, no, really, from my test it didn't. I'm surprised myself, but it must be the way that Flight Sim works. So here we are, we're going to be flying over the Auckland landmarks. Doesn't it look nice? Seems to be some photogrammetry there, for sure. I did do a little bit of this route, just to make sure that my internet was behaving. There's definitely photogrammetry going on there. Never flew around New Zealand before this update. I think there's a lot of us who didn't fly around New Zealand before this update. Goodness me. Does look good. Xbox X. Good evening, Stevie W. Stevie W is the star of my last video with the flight planning, the sort of manipulating the world map. That does look good, doesn't it? Wasn't over keen on the Australian world update. I just preferred the Orbix Sydney, for example, but this one so far looks pretty nice. And this is just the first part of our flight. Yeah, a few photogrammetry issues going on, as you can see. A little bit of crumpledness here and there, but nothing too bad. And when we get to Hobbinton, I'll probably I'll pause the sim maybe and do a bit of drone footage. Okay, let's just get back in the cockpit. I want to get back en route. Actually, I can just go straight into heading mode. It should kick in. Oh, maybe I'll just encourage it a little bit. There we go. Not too bad. In risk of making a cinematic for New Zealand. Oh, yeah. Yeah, do post it as well, Superman. Yeah. Does some fantastic cinematic videos, Superman. Go and watch a few of them. You've been flying in New Zealand for 8 months, and I can tell you the new scenery is much improved. Great. Flew over the Hobbit site this afternoon. Looks great. Good. I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's where you started, then you moved over to PC, Eco-Terrorist. Yeah, PC tends to have the best time with Microsoft Flight Sim generally. I just passed the Auckland Bridge, didn't I? Let's just... Yeah, I think I didn't point it out. But it's... Oh! Yeah, it's there in the background, isn't it? Or is it? Am I wrong there? I just want to make sure that my GPS... No, it's not following my course. I'm just going to encourage it. Just move my heading bug to the right there. I can roughly see where I need to go. Yeah, it looks very filled out, doesn't it? Very nice. Maybe a little bit more to the right. There we are. GPS has kicked in. Good. Back en route. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see Hobbinton. I've heard some people in the Discord talking about it. Tried the Series S for a few days and returned it for the Series X. Yeah, I'm tempted by the Series X, but I'm still playing on a 1080p monitor. I returned my PlayStation, well, I sold my PlayStation 5, which I now regret with the PSVR 2. I really want to try that. Simply because I didn't have a good display. I wasn't getting the most out of it. You're downloading Microsoft Flight Sim on Xbox. I need to get a 1440p monitor, really. That's what I really want to get. That's the sweet spot, I think. And the Xbox Series S can do 1440p, can't it? I believe. Where the PlayStation 5 couldn't, if I'm right. This is the stream. This is just me flying and chatting. It is a live stream. It will be uploaded onto YouTube later when it stops recording. So far, so good. The internet is holding up, which is why I decided to do the live stream. Oh, pretty. Look at that. Little hill there in the background. Very nice, I've got to say. Be an ideal location for a multiplayer flight, for a bigger flight. So if anybody's watching from the Discord, you know I'm encouraging people to set up multiplayer flights. Give it a go. Come up with some kind of route around New Zealand, let us know in Discord, and yeah, probably go ahead with that. Hello, Jan! Nice to see you, my friend, one of my members. So if you want to be like Jan, you don't have to be. And you want different colours H's next to your name, that's to do with the YouTube membership. But don't feel obliged by that. I've not been pushing that as much recently. So there we go. So if anybody from the area or who knows New Zealand better than I do, I know very little about New Zealand. I've not prepared for this live stream. It's just that New Zealand update is live and I just wanted to do a live stream. So if anybody knows what I'm passing over or where, point out certain things or let me know what I've just passed over. Let me know what I've just passed over, that will be great. Downloading Microsoft Flight Sim on the Xbox app because you want to test how the graphics are on your PC. What specs of the PCs are we using? I'm using an 3060 RTX laptop. And remember, it's a laptop, so laptop GPUs are not as good as the desktops. 1080, very nice, yep. 1080 is probably as powerful as my laptop, to be fair. Screenshots of the screens of cinematic disco, great, okay. By far the best quality that you've done so far. Lovely, Superman, yeah. I'm going to look forward to your New Zealand film. You're on a 27-inch, fantastic. I think my monitor's 25 inches. It's quite a good size monitor because I'm sat right in front of it. But I would love a 1440p at some point, which I will do. I could probably just play on a 1440p with Microsoft Flight Sim on the laptop. Yeah, anything like my 1060 runs Flight Sim really well, so you don't need the best of the best. 1060 Ryzen 5 1600 AF. It's a processor in that which is blindingly fast. 16 gig of RAM, no problem. And in fact, that's where I did the test. I did the test with the M2 and ordinary hard drive on my 1060 desktop, and it ran about the same, yeah. Yeah, so you don't need the best of the best. 1080, I would go for a 3070 if you're buying a new PC now, minimum, just to future-proof yourself a little bit. 3060 even, 3060, 3070 should be absolutely fine. And I was looking, like I said, I regretted selling my PlayStation 5 because the PlayStation VR 2 has come out and it looks incredible, absolutely amazing from the videos. I'm a big VR fan, not so much in Flight Simulator, but generally. So I'm actually looking at possibly buying the G2 Reverb because I can't justify spending £1,000 on a PS5 and PlayStation VR 2 at the moment. But a G2 Reverb, which will give me that similar kind of quality, just for PC, basically. Yeah, PMDG products on the Xbox. That should be coming soon. Isn't Wasm coming out for the Xbox soon, I believe? So that should be following, I imagine. You splurge on a 4K monitor. Ooh, lovely. Been flying mainly South Island and out of Queenstown. The mountings are astonishingly good on your 4K monitor. Yeah, I can bet. Yeah, the Series X is certainly one of the better ways to play this, for sure. Yeah, that's what I heard, Superman. Yeah, I think Wasm is coming then, yeah, absolutely. Which is going to open the doors for Flow, PMDG, all kinds of malarkey for the Xbox, which will be great. How are we doing? Do I need to raise my altitude? I think I'm going to have to raise my altitude. I did lower it slightly, just so we can get a closer look at Auckland before. Behave. 1500. That should be fine. $1650 Super with a Ryzen 5. Yep, brilliant. Yep. Should work good. Yeah, should work fine. 1650. Yeah. Should be fine. Is that a desktop? Picked up your PC build over a year ago. Facebook Marketplace, all equipment less than a year old. Yep. Use CX for pricing. There's some bargains out. Yeah, I got a good M2 drive from CEX. I know it's called, but I'm trying not to stay on the live stream. I got it for about £38, I think, 512 M2 for my laptop. So I can install more games on there, things like Harry Potter, and I I do like Harry Potter. I've been playing Harry Potter, been enjoying it. And Elden Ring, been going back to that things. Desktop, yeah, 1650 should be fine. And yeah, laptops, it's almost like you have to half the power of whatever's in that laptop, about half that power. So, you know, my 3060 is acting equivalently to a 2060. It's not got the power of the 3060 desktop, basically. What's going on? Let's just see. I've got a little nav map running in the background, and my aircraft is not centered for whatever reason. Oh, well, that's useless. Cheers, little nav map. So just bear with me a sec, chaps. Center simulator on aircraft. Oh boy, okay, maybe I shouldn't tempt fate here as I can actually get over New Zealand and zoom in on little nav map. I'm gonna leave the sim running for you chaps just because you can warn me. Shout if I'm about to crash into something. It looks like I need to raise my altitude again there. Let's just go up 1,000 just to be safe. Yep, should be fine. Okay, it's not synced to my little nav map at the moment, so I'm going to close little nav map. And I'll probably relaunch that, and am I going to tempt fate here? My plane is rocking around, but it is under autopilot control, so it should be okay. Yeah, there's always something that happens, isn't it? It's never straightforward. A little nav map is not on my start menu, so I don't want to shrink the screen. Let's just play it. We'll play it by ear, as it were. Whatever happens in the sim, if I see an airport. In fact, I can use the inbuilt maps. Should be fine. Now, what's happening there? Right, settle down, sim. Okay, that's fine. It's hard to simulate overkill on the flight sim. It can take almost whatever you throw at it. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Totally agree with that. Yeah, ooh. Gonna overkill 4090. Wow. Yeah, that should be really good. Yeah. I mean, I'll be tempted by a 3080 currently, just because of the prices have come down. 3070, 3080. How much is that going to cost you, Superman? Yeah, you can play on low graphics, absolutely. Not much better than low graphics on that, Superman, I'm afraid. Let's just do a bit of flow shenanigans here. Weather. Just put it on. Should we put it on few clouds just so we can see what's happening? It's better. Do love flow, I've got to say. And I do have my fuel. There you go. Tells me what fuel I've got. If I want to add 25%, I can just do it with a press of a button. You're going to love flow when it comes to the Xbox. It's a shame you can't mod flow, add mods, at least to begin with. That may come in the future, who knows? 3,200, and here's me complaining about £1,000 for a PS5 and PC VR2. Yeah, in a community flight over South Island. Great, Tony. Okay, if I spot you, if you spot me, head towards me. Okay, your 3070 Ti broke. Upgraded to a 4090. My goodness, there's quite a few of you 4090 users out there. I'm surprised. Really am. Oh, well, here, because I'm using flow, I've got the top bar disabled. Do I have... I don't need auto. So I'm going to put here. Let's just see. Let's see if I can find it in here. Day-night service, Twitch, we don't want anything like that. Panels, that's what I'm looking for. Probably got it up there already. My eyes are just not seeing it. No, I don't have it. I'm going to put the map up here. Proceed. Close that. And now we've got the map. That'll be great. Let's hope I don't break the sim. So there we are. We're going along our course. We'll be passing. Have we passed the temple? Ah. It's no good, is it? No good. Can't go with few clouds, let's just go clear skies, because we can't see what we're passing, and what's the point in doing a live stream if we can't see what we're doing? I did set a temple as a waypoint, and my little nav map is playing up, or was playing up, so I can't tell you if I've passed over it. I don't think so yet. This is going away from the cityscapes, really. Never mind. We'll get back into some more interesting stuff, I'm sure. Goodness, there's a lot of people obviously over New Zealand at the moment, which is great. Yeah, Northeast Europe, yeah. Yeah, I do, pass by, yeah. Crying about losing £70, tell me about it. Jan, you're a 4080 user. Yeah, a 4080, I can imagine. Like I said, the 3070 would do me, but anything 40... My goodness, even a 4060 would be great with this, I expect. Let's see what's going on with this map, because it will let us see various points. Pretty sure here is where I've set the temple waypoint. Soon find out, we're not going to be far from that. Yeah, the altitude here. I come down a little bit in the altitude there. Let's come down to 2,000 feet. So the elevation here keeps changing. So I'm going to try and get as close to objects and points of interest as I can. So we'll come down to 1800. I feel quite comfortable with that. 1800, that's fine. Yeah, 4080, wow. The Hobbit film set is quite small. You might want to have POIs turned on. Might be good, Steve. I've got a point of interest just before I line up with my final airport. I'll be flying over Hobbinton. But yeah, once we get to that... Actually, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, because I have no idea where I am. It's not going to hurt the flight, because I'm not doing a multiplayer flight. So, assistant objects... Assistant options, points of interest, and we'll put landmark markers on, and why not city marker? You know what, I'm going to go the whole whack. Now we're going to get a load of markers come up, aren't we? But it will let us know points of interest, which will be good. There we are. Yeah, has anybody... Sorry, someone mentioned before that you saw. Let's see if I can scroll back through the chats to see. Somebody mentioned they passed Hobbinton and Hobbinton and they said it was quite nice. But have any of the rest of you taken a look at it? I know people in the Discord weren't overly impressed, or a couple of people weren't impressed with it. Now, what's this? That is... Rengen. Okay. If we see an airport, I might just go towards it. If I see a runway... they're always tempting for me to do a a touch and go or landing, so I may do that along the way. Why not? I've only set up a route basically from one airport to the other. I've not tested it. Just want to see what the New Zealand World Update is all about. The cities look fantastic. We were in Auckland before and it looked brilliant, in fact. What could I say? Hampton Downs. Wow. It's very English sounding. Raggan West. Okay, so it's obviously a region, Raggan. Or Ragin. Yeah, a nice Scotch egg would be fantastic. Thanks, Mark. Flying over Hobbinton. I'm going to fly over it. Probably get the drone camera out because I want to see it a little bit closer. So I'll pause the flight over Hobbinton maybe, just so we can take a look at it. Oh, sorry, Jonathan, you're asking... You were pertaining to the question I asked before. Have you flown over it in the sim? Oh, sorry chaps, like I said, I didn't test this. I mean, we got pretty, I'm not sure the colours there, that's correct, but we have some pretty pink fields going on. It looks like Spectrum colour clash, doesn't it, in some ways? It's kind of very nostalgic to me. Is that an airport coming up? It may be, so maybe we can do a touch and go there. You're behind! I'm behind you! Oh no! It's turned into a pantomime now. You're behind me. Let's just take a look. Oh yes, you're... there's Soupman, chaps. So Soupman is in the chat on YouTube, and he's also behind me. And he's also about to fly over me. Yeah, very nice. Now you've slowed that. That's brilliant. Beautiful. There we are. So just be aware, Soupman, that the chat's a bit delayed, and I may just dive down towards the runway at any given moment, especially as I'm in a Cessna. In a Cessna, and Cessnas are not difficult to just do random things in, shall we say? That sounds terrible. Do random landings with. Not yet. It's physically a small place. Have you been there, Jonathan, then, in real life? So there we go. So Huntley power station ahead. Let's take. Shall we take a look? I'm going to put it into heading mode. Is that in heading mode? It is. Yep, Soupman, just be aware. Bit delayed, but if you see me doing odd things like that, just realise it's me. Actually, I may actually take it completely off autopilot. Because, you know, let's face it, we're not seeing in this part of New Zealand a lot of points of interest as of yet. So it'll be interesting to see a few of them up close. So here we go. Even though this is live weather, the wind's buffering me. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. And it's always these little points of interest. Cityscapes are fine, but it's finding these little sorts of points of interest I enjoy doing. So out of the way points of interest. Very nice. Smoke coming from the chimneys. Very good. Back in the cockpit. And what's this down here? What's this down here? Let's take a look. Huntley. Looks like a little town, maybe? Village? Soon find out. Bear with me, chat. I'll get back to you in a moment, just while I concentrate. Actually, I can do both at the same time. A few years ago, great. Wow. Never been to New Zealand or Australia. Probably, yeah, I'd like to see both. I'd like to see both. Did have a friend, a girlfriend in New Zealand. We were, back in my younger days, we were communicating over the internet. We never met, unfortunately. But we chatted over the internet, which was good. There we go. I don't know what I'm flying over here. Oh. It's... what is it? It looks like a little kind of... at the most a little village. Some sort. Did I lean my... let's lean my mixture there. It's just... it's not liking that. There we go. And what we can do is get back on course. Let's just take a look at where my aircraft physically is. I need to come round to my left, in fact. I'm just doing this manually at the moment. Just bear with me, Superman. You're not going to like this in whatever you're flying. It feels like those thermals are just wanting to crash me into the ground there, into those hills around me, so just be aware. And we can go. Do I risk this now? Autopilot nav. Still in heading mode. Let's come this way. Should click back into heading mode, into nav mode within a moment as we're flying back towards that magenta line. Under autopilot control. Just going to encourage... oof, grief. It's not behaving, is it? It's not behaving. Makes it more challenging. Get the mouse away from those switches. There we go, it's behaving now. I've leaned the... I'll talk about that in an upcoming video. I've just leaned the mixture a little bit and I'm just getting a little bit more power, a little bit more air going into those engines, which is good. There we go, we're doing okay. Thanks, Yanis. Great to see you. Film set is 5 nautical miles away, point maker on a course of 18 degrees, if that helps. Yeah, I've got my map going straight towards Hobbinton. I've got it as a added points of interest. And added, as part of the route, rather. Yeah, I share them later, Superman. Yeah, great. A few years ago, great, Jonathan, yeah. Fuel doesn't taste nice. No, I can bet. Now, what's my autopilot doing? Let's carry on to the left a little bit. Still not got into nav mode, but it should do any moment. Yeah, so there you go. This is going to be an open invitation. Next live stream, if someone's got a good plan, maybe we can over flight plan for New Zealand. Kind of an exciting flight plan for next week. Lovely flying there, Superman, by the way. Let us know in the Discord. Be good if you're already part of the Discord, not just popping in. There we go, into GPS there. And yeah, if people have a couple of suggestions, then we can put a vote on what flight plan people want to do for next weekend, perhaps. It could be good. And I may be able to join next weekend as well, because I'm not working next weekend, so that's good. Let's see what my friend Superman's doing here. There we go, lovely. So it's all looking very pretty, I've got to say. The most impressive thing I've seen so far is Auckland. The hills, yeah, there's a couple of interesting added features. Nothing that's blowing me away so far, but let's continue. Let's see what we can find in New Zealand. Still got a bit of a way to go, and when we get to Hobbinton, like I said, I'll go into drone camera mode and see what we can see. You're skipping work to watch this. Don't get in trouble, Rusty. Which one's a big plane? Oh, Superman's, yeah, he's flying one of the DC aircraft, I believe. Out of Milford Sound. Right. Velocity 1 flight, yo, listen, easy MCB, I find it good. I personally find it good. I've not really had to go for anything else. I did want to try the honeycomb, obviously you hear a lot of good things about that. But I just wasn't impressed with their customer service, and I'm not giving them the satisfaction. And to be honest, I'm quite satisfied with my Velocity 1. I don't need anything else at the moment. So it's the best recommendation I can give. It's good enough that I don't feel I need to get another yoke at the moment. And there's lots of buttons, controls, the push-pull, general aircraft levers are fantastic in my opinion. And the buttons and hat switches, yeah. I personally love it. I am using the flight stick, by the way. Which aircraft is that Superman, by the way? It's showing up to me as an airliner, but you did say DC-4, did you? Yeah, the flight stick's like a mini flight yacht system. It really is. Not as many buttons, but it's really good. DC-4, yeah. Ah, so I don't have it, that's why. So Superman's not showing up as a DC-4 because I don't own it, basically. Oh, I don't have it installed. Or either. The yoke can be when you first buy it. I'm hoping... Chumsy! Good to see you, my friend. I'm hoping by now they've fixed those issues, but I can't... Mine was a bit sticky. Steve, who's just joined, his yoke, your axis, or shaft. Just be careful there, Steve. His shaft was very smooth, according to Steve. But mine was a bit sticky, and it eased out over time, basically, within a few weeks of using it. WD-40, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, okay, if you want to switch to whatever you want there, Superman, even the Beaver will do. It's up to you, my friend, if you fancy a bit of a challenge. Still not found an airport I want to land at, and we're coming up to Hobbinton. It was a lot quicker to get to this point than I expected. So what I may do is actually just take it off autopilot and, like now, take a look at some of these little towns and villages along the way. I can always stick it back on autopilot later. There we go, just decrease my throttle there a little bit, that will help. Yeah, so if you fancy it, easy, go for it. If you like the look of it. If you're not sure now, and if you think something's going to be a sticking point for you before you buy it, then maybe weigh up your options with other flight yokes and goodness knows what. Would be the best advice I can give you. I always wanted it, and I was quite happy with it, really. Yeah, it's not really... Okay, I mean, I've got landmark markers on, but it's like a landmark over a field there, so it's not showing me much there. But, still looks quite nice. Fly over this way a little bit. What is that? Greenhouses or something, doesn't it? I don't know, does it? It's difficult to see what that is. Industrial buildings, I don't know. If there's a bit of lag That's because it's OBS, not the sim. Just be aware of that. Okay, let's get back in the cockpit, see what's happening with my altitude there. And we'll fly towards this way. Where is that? Is that Hobbinton? I don't think it is yet. Oh, sorry Rachel. I shall keep the noise down. Do you live around these parts then? Maybe you could tell me where I am. I have no idea. Right. What? I'm over New Zealand, that's the... Where am I? Okay. Back onto autopilot. Let's follow our course, I think. Autopilot, and its GPS has kicked in. That's great. How do you turn off the gauges on the external view? My recent video, go and watch it. So my recent video before this one. Well, this is not up yet, but my most recent video, I go into that, how to turn the gauges on in external view and off. And even in cockpits if you want it. Navigraph. I prefer little nav map combined with somebody remind me please. It's another free program. It will come to me during the flight. As soon as I start recording or as soon as I start live streaming, words disappear from my mind, I'm afraid. What is it called, chaps? I did another video of it. No. Oh, what's happening to my aircraft? Let me just get... Yeah, it's okay. No, there's a free program you can use with little nav map alongside it, and it shows all the charts of the aircraft, all of the airports, and it's a free program. And the more I think about it, the more I'm not going to remember, so I'll just let that rest, and somebody could tell me in the comments before my mind explodes. You can tell where we're at over there yonder. Chart Fox. Thanks, Steve. Steve, yeah. Chart Fox. Yeah, I prefer Chart Fox. Combination of Chart Fox and little nav map. Both free. You can use them both on PC. Let me just get back into my cockpit a second. I'm just going to take off autopilot. The hill looks threatening. And Navigraph is great if you're flying something like the Fenix A320 on PC and you get charts within the aircraft. It works with the 146 Professional as well, so you can have your charts in the aircraft. It's good for that, but otherwise I don't personally want to pay a monthly fee for something that you can get for free. It's on North Europe, Steve. Actually, yeah, it's on North Europe. Saying actually for a different reason. I'm just going to check on my fuel status. 37. I'm just going to add 25% fuel just to be sure. Take that off. So handy, Flow, isn't it? Very handy. Right. Okay. Autopilot. I'm keeping low because when we fly over Hobbinton, I do want to. I do want to go into drone mode or try and see as much of Hobbinton, as we've not seen much else, have we? We've seen some lovely hills here. Some nice features. The mesh is nice. So the elevation of the land. And it looks very tropical, doesn't it? Lots of different greens. Kind of reminds me of Ireland. All these greens and different colours. To an extent, of course. Will I make that? Maybe I should just raise by a couple of 100 feet. A few hundred, just to be sure. Yeah, the elevation's tricky here, I've got to say. And a few more. There we go. Oh, there you go. Danlance, thanks for that information. Yeah, Navigraph. I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's a lot more professional, a lot more polished, and you get everything in one package. So there's that. I'm just a cheap miser who doesn't want to pay a monthly fee for something if I can get it free. And as I mainly fly in Europe, it makes sense for me to use ChartFox and little nav map. I think that's Hobbinton. That point of interest ahead there must be Hobbinton. So when we get to there, we shall pause the sim and do a bit of drone cam. Which will be interesting with... Can I just turn on? An update's available. Yeah, but don't worry about that. Interface. I'm going to keep the top toolbar enabled because the drone cam in Flow is not the best. Not really existence. You can change to drone camera, but you can't really manipulate the controls in Flow. Thanks, Jim. I love your videos, especially instructional tips videos. When are we going to get a jet instructional video? I did Concorde. I'm looking at the 146. I've been flying around with that a little bit. So yeah, that'll be upcoming soon. Yeah, there you go. Alan's was disappointed with Hobbinton on the Xbox. It looked like it was melting. Oh dear. Hi Dave, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Now. Get back into the sim. Let's just pause it there. Oh. There we go. I was trying to do that from the OBS window. And what we should do, so I've just paused there. You're going to have a little bit of a delay there, Suitman. Showcase. Okay, so we're in drone cam. So just bear with me, chat, while I get my bearings with drone cam again. I'm just using the keyboard for this for the moment. So Hobbinton should be... Hobbinton! There we go. So let's just increase the speed. We could take a look. Get rid of the VFR map. And yeah, don't hold out much hope for this on my PC, although my internet seems to be fine. I don't know, it looks like Hobbinton, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, well, oops. Let's just slow that speed down. Now we're here. Yeah. Hobbinton's been blown up by the looks of things, isn't it? Well, there's a couple of... Oh dear. Yeah, listen, it's a free update. So you've got an interesting array of washing Hobbit clothes on the line there. What more can you ask for? I can see Bilbo peeking his head around the window there. No, he's in the Undying Lands, isn't he? I can see Sam popping his head. Just see him popping his head through the window there. Now it could be because I'm in drone cam and the sim's not caught up with my current location, so it could be that if you're watching this in drone cam rather than flying over it, it doesn't always translate well in drone cam. Well, there we go. We can get to the... There we go. That looks okay. Let me just see what you chaps think. A parking lot. It's about... don't forget the parking lots. It's a parking lot? Yeah. Could just be the drone cam, Stevie. I find that with drone cam sometimes. Once you start to come away from your aircraft, it's not loading in the scenery within your drone cam range unless you're right over it. More so recently, I found that's been happening. There we go. I don't know. That's the. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Is that the Prancing Pony? Is that in Is that in Hobbiton or was that in Bree? That was in Bree, wasn't it? You've got the... Yeah, anyway, you've got that thing. Is that the mill? That's the mill, isn't it? That's the mill, yeah. There we go. We can go up a little bit. Take a little bit of a... Come on, rise. Yeah, there's nothing much more out there that way. It's not bad. It's not bad. And it seems to be filling in a little bit more now. There you go. It's taking its time to catch up, basically, is all. So you're getting a better picture of what it should look like now. You've got the party tent there, I expect, for Bilbo's Hunter. Oh, was it 111 years? You did say the parking lot, which is there. Lovely. You know what? I'm quite impressed. I'm not impressed with that part. I don't know. You know, it doesn't look good, does it? Could use a little bit more work, but to be honest, for a free update, not complaining. Anyway, there you go. Cockpit. That was Hobbinton. Come out of that. The food hall, yeah. But wasn't that for his party? From Croatia, love your videos. Great to have you, Daryl. It's a nothing burger. Hang on, don't forget the parking lot. Okay. I've caught up, haven't I? Yeah, I think it just takes time to catch up, basically. Whenever you go into drone cam, it's not rendering properly sometimes. Give it a minute or two, and then it tends to catch up. And the way I look at these world updates, some of them are more impressive. The UK, to me, maybe I'm being a bit biased, but to me that was the best. That's the best world update I've seen so far. When the US came out originally, that was fantastic as well. Australia wasn't too keen on, but I never flew over Australia a great deal. Anyway. And the Orbix stuff in Australia was better. I found Australia Orbix Sydney looked better than the world update. But it's all free, you know. Can't complain. Looks better at 1,000 feet. Stevie was saying there, yeah. Okay. So we'll see what's going on here. Bring up the VFR map again. So Xbox users, expect Flow, and I shall be asking the developers of Flow, if you're watching this, lump me over an Xbox copy. If not, I'll just buy the Xbox copy again, because I do enjoy Flow. I would like to have it on Xbox as well. So I'll be doing a video when it's released on Xbox. And it's fantastic, I've got to say. For me, it's something I use constantly. It's not just an add-on that I've done a video on and I don't use anymore. I actually use it quite a lot. So this is where we're heading. NZHN. I've only been streaming for an hour. So I should have made this flight a little bit longer, to be fair. Shall we head to NZRO? Seems like a more... regional airport, shall we say, a larger airport. So if I put it into heading mode, let's just see, it's going to be south about 270-ish. Oh, what am I doing? I can only use my heading mode when I'm in this view. Okay, so I need to get it to 270, about the west, isn't it? Actually, where are we at the moment? That's where we're going. We want to go back towards the east. I see my general sense of direction is not the best. About 12 degrees, okay, so I know where to go here. If I move my heading bug thusly, I'll give it a go there, put it into heading mode. Heading mode, thank you. And we're going to see this airport. We're going to see a little bit more of New Zealand. This area looks quite nice. Cambridge. There we go, very English again. It's not surprising, obviously, that there's a lot of English names and connections in New Zealand and Australia. and the US, in fact. And vice versa, of course. Of course. Oh, okay. I'll have to try that, Alan. Shetland Isles. I shall. I've not flown. I'm not sure if I flown over there. South New Zealand is really impressive, especially around Queenstown. Oh, okay. We'll see how we do on time. We'll go over to this airport first, and so I'm going between two screens. NZRO. See if we can do a touch and go, because I've not even touched down yet in this video. And then we'll see what the time is. We've streamed till about 9ish. See how it goes, chaps. There's another hour of fun. Doesn't look bad though, does it? Doesn't look too bad. And just spawn North Europe server, just spawn on top of me. You should be able to see me flying around this area. Come and join in. That looks pretty nice. Just taking a look at your screenshots in the Discord there, Superman, very nice. Oh, maybe Challenger. We'll see how we do on time. It doesn't take long to fly over New Zealand, does it, generally? We'll see how we do with time now, Jonathan. I like the sound of that, I've got to say. We'll zoom out the VFR map. Out as far as I can go there. If I scroll along... well, yeah, okay. So is that NZNR? Give me the ICAO code for that airport and we'll see what we can do. So we're heading roughly towards this airport, and I've no idea. Oh, there's another one coming up there, but yeah, keep to our original plan here. Just getting a recce off the runways. Okay, it looks like it could be the better option below here, but this looks like it's going to be a little town connected to it. So I'm just in the heading mode, by the way, Superman, and I've got a heading of 103 degrees at the moment. NZQN. Okay, and let's just take a look. As far as I can go, NZQN. Ah, okay. There's a QH, did you say? Yes, QN. Okay, there's a QN. Ah. Well, we'll see how we go with this. There's a QN. I don't have a little nav map open at the moment. And it was bugging out for me a little bit, so I decided to close it. So I'm going to do this old school. But I'm at the maximum range for my VFR map. Oh, okay, found it. NZQN. Yep. It's a bit of a way. We'll see how we go. Now let's get it back to GPS tracking. Zoom in a little bit there. And we're roughly heading towards an airport or so. Just take a look. Yeah, looks like we're going to have to go for this airport as... Oh, there we go. NZTQ. Okay. Just going to come to the right slightly, Superman. You're going to be a bit delayed there. we're pretty much lined up with NZT. Oh, there. So we'll see how that goes. Positive in Discord of the Scaries. It's small enough just for a helicopter. Oh, lovely. You follow behind, great. Yep. NZQ is South Island, about halfway down. Yeah, I just found it, I believe. Now, K1W1, is that pronounced like Teu Seti? So would that be Teupo? Sorry, Taupo or Teupo? You're all testing me, aren't you? Taupo, isn't it? Taupo, yep. Poor mind doesn't work well this time of night. Why do I do live streams and put this kind of pressure on myself? During the daytime, much fresher. Come this time of night, I'm usually on switch off mode and I just... Yeah, okay, maybe it's good for me to do a bit of lateral thinking at this time of night. You give me a thumbs up, so... Taupo, great. Taupo, yes, I've heard of that. Is that the airport I'm heading towards? Ah. No, it's something else. That's fine. So airport in sight, Superman. 15 nautical miles out from it, so plenty of time. No idea what we're landing at, whether it's grass strip. Actually, I can find out, can't I, with this new VFR map, can't I? Or can I? Yes. Ish. So it's NZTL, right, okay. Tokawara. You'll try and butter. Great. Me too. Yeah, absolutely we are, yeah. Yeah, well, we're not far from it now, 12 nautical miles out. That'll be Tokawara, would it? Yeah, Tokawara. And it looks like some kind of dirt track runway to me from this distance. Difficult to see, but we'll find out. I start to lean a bit for land. Yeah, I've still leaned, I believe. Let me just... Actually, they do suggest coming into land and at this altitude. Well, we're 2,000 feet, yes, so we're below 3,000 feet. I'm going to go full rich in the Cessna 172. I should be doing a video all about that soon. The suggested values and that type of thing. And the uses of the mixture. I've been using it a lot more. I used to use it quite a lot back in the day. I just became lazy. Well, typically if you I won't go too deeply into it now, but if you're typically at 1,000 feet or so altitude, you're probably best just keeping it full rich anyway. Unless you're doing long flights, of course, and you want to conserve fuel. Okay, Okay, so the airport marker's disappeared, but I've got the runway in sight. And is it that green strip or the brown strip? Airport markers can be a little bit deceiving, but I can I'll line up with one of them. And then I'm sure it will visually come more into play when we're closer. I'm not going to slow down yet, we're a bit far from it. So what should we do here? Touch and go, Superman. Let's do a touch and go. Yeah, it's not really rendering in at this distance yet, I'm afraid. What's my aircraft doing? It's fine. Does it tell me the altitude of the... Yep, 1,200 feet altitude above sea level, so what are we at the moment? 21, so we're roughly 1,000 feet, that's fine. Above the runway altitude at the moment. Now it's coming more into view. I think that's the runway there, so it's not this, it's that. Very deceiving. In heading mode, so just coming to my right a little bit. Slow down slightly. So any plans for the weekend, chaps? What are your plans for the weekend? Any flight routes planned or events or anything else? Fortunately, I'm working tomorrow. And Sunday meeting up with a couple of friends, which is why I wanted to do this one today, really. I wanted to get a video out at the weekend. I may try for one Sunday as well, but I'm not going to push myself too hard because I have been working quite a lot. There we go. Quite easy. And you will notice at this altitude, I mean, you probably noticed we're a couple of thousand feet above sea level. Typically at that RPM, so what are we? 2,000, we'll be doing over 100 knots, but this altitude obviously is taking its toll. I'm full rich on the mixture at the moment just because I'm coming into land. And if I need to take, well, I'm going to do a touch and go in fact, so I need power to that engine. It's more important at the moment. Just move that to this side. We can take it off autopilot. And we're at flap speed. I heard my flaps go down, it's fine. I can see I'm slowing down a little bit. Oh, so easy in a Cessna, isn't it? It's just like you're gliding towards runways. Always love doing this. Actually, Suman, what we'll do, I'm just going to do a quick, a full stop here, chaps, just so I can get myself a little glass of water and maybe just walk around just a second. Literally, just to stretch my legs a little bit. So I'll do a full stop here. Superman, I'm giving you this information a little bit late, seeing that the stream's going to be delayed, but it's a bit more of a challenge for you. So don't come in full whack on this one, my friend. Very simple though, isn't it? Very easy. There's no puppy lights that I can see. I have been playing today, in fact, DCS World again, because I've got... I just love the Spitfire in that. And it's a challenge to set up a HOTAS in that. I was playing with the Velocity 1. Maybe I'll keep that for another video, but it was interesting. The Velocity 1 flight stick with DCS World and the Spitfire. Absolutely loving it. But I shall save any more information on that for another video. Okay, what's speed? Oh, didn't realise. Doesn't matter. Wasn't keeping an eye on my speed there. Too busy chatting, but I can rectify that. It's actually over speeding a little bit per se. Right, let's bring this down. Just floats over the runway a little bit. We got enough room in a Cessna. That'll do. We can bring her to a stop and just pull off so we give Superman a little bit of room to manoeuvre there. That'll do. So before I go to a break, let's just see Superman land. Did he? Let's just get rid of that map a second. No, that's not Superman, is it? You coming in? Are you down? Great. We kind of see. Oh, Superman! No, no. This is not Superman, chaps. That's just an imposter. Ignore that. Right, chaps. Be back in just literally a couple of seconds. Okay, I did say literally a couple of seconds now. Who's who there? Just needed to stretch my legs slightly. Is that Steve behind me? I can't see any names. You know what? I've got name tags. Do I have them turned off? I did switch them off for a screenshot before. I do. So that was D-Lance, who, he did a barrel roll, my friend. Dan Lance, rather. And it looks like someone else doing a barrel. Yeah, DC's aircraft. Well, you just saved it there. Fun to watch. Fun to watch. We've got a couple of other people there as well. That's great. It looks like Kit Fox. Is that Kit Fox? Yep. Lovely. Let me know in the chat, guys, who's with me here. Simon, was that you? Is that you just beside me there to the right? Or are you behind me there? Pierre, great to see you. I'm doing well. How are you, my friend? You're next to me. Okay, so you just about saved it. Damn, man, the wall of shame. Well, let's face it, you know, if I was in the Beaver, I would be doing the same thing more than likely. You're not showing up on the stream, North Europe server. I think this, you might just be behind. Is that? No, it's not you, is it? I don't know what's going on there, Steve. Typical server issues, and partly my fault. I had name tags off. I think it's Shift and N I've got set for name tags, and I just turned them off for a screenshot before. Actually, you know what I want to do? How do you manipulate? You know, I haven't looked into this, but while we're here, so I know this is a New Zealand flight, but I'm just interested to see how you can manipulate the name tags, can't you? Maybe this is something I should do later, because I don't know where I'm looking to do that, but it should be... Oh, no, it's not Twitch Utilities. Auto, it's not Auto. Calculator, that's interesting, okay. We don't want to do doors. Lights. Anyway, maybe someone could tell me in Flow where the name tag thing is, where you can start playing around with the name tags. That will be good. So I'll leave you to tell me that. No photogrammetry, yeah, restart. Do you want to we can stay here just for a second, Steve. Just want to catch up with chat here. Got cramp in your bloody finger. Right on landing, that's not good. Yeah, any landing you can walk away from or nose dive into is a good one, Joe, absolutely. I'm laughing, but every time I'm in the Beaver, I do exactly the same thing. Your tag on, okay, brilliant. Okay, well, let me just quickly do something while I'm paused. Just fill up my little glass there I've got, and not spill it on my computer. Okay, So, chaps, onwards and upwards. We'll carry on till, like I said, till about 9 o'clock. I don't want to go too late, because I've got work in the morning as well, I'm afraid. Not till 10, but still, I like to relax a little bit before sleeping. Let's just see. So, if we go westward... I wish I had a little nav map back up and running. I've not got it on... I can't find it on my program list. So I don't want to shrink the simulator, otherwise you won't be seeing anything. Which airport was it? We're going to head towards this island. We're going to head westward. Anyway, once we get to the tip, it'll be Queensland, wouldn't it? Chaps, around this part. I'll let the chat catch up with me, but I believe this is going towards Queensland. This is meant to be the impressive part of the update, or one of the impressive parts. I was quite impressed with Hobbinton, to be honest. Centre back over my aircraft. So we're there at the moment. We're here. And we just want to basically go southwest. So what would that be to... Just get back into the cockpit there. Southwest, just let's see, 240. Let's do it now with the, oops, I can only do it that way. So just put it between the south and the west, basically, on your compass. If you're using the heading mode, I'll just follow me. I'll turn the heading mode off. Actually, I've not got autopilot on, it's fine. We'll take off. Take off whichever direction you feel able to take. You're able to take off in, guys. I'm going towards this end of the runway. If you could see me moving. Got my flaps up. Good. Double check. Right, let's try that again. I don't have any rudder pedals in front of me. I've got my Velocity 1 flight stick on a desk, and my rudder pedals are on my stand. So I'm just using a twist, but that's fine. And up we go. So, runway 31. The airport looks quite nice. Out of the way airport, very nice. It's these little things I like. These little adventures. What altitude do we have set? We're at 1200, 2100. We can adjust if necessary. I'm going to put it into autopilot. Should be in heading mode anyway. It is. It's going to follow the heading I set before. And off we go. Pretty, pretty. Yes, it is quite nice. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's nothing massive, not a major city, but it's these out-of-the-way photogrammetry areas, which look quite nice to me. Might be default, but it looks photogrammetry looking at some of the building sizes and shapes. It's not all sort of one set of buildings. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Coloured me impressed. Colour me impressed. Steve, I can see you behind me, my friend, so you are with us now. Now everybody else has disappeared. Oh well, never mind. We'll catch up. I'm sure we will see each other soon. Again, just going to come to my heading. Autopilot assigned heading is 215. Currently, I'll keep it there for a moment. Give me a minute. You're low back in. Ah, okay. Crash desktop. Yeah. Oh, gonna have to go, so we'll say ta-ta for now. Later, Joe. In settings, sorry. Now, who's saying that? Hugh, in settings. Is that with Flower, you mean? Doesn't matter, I'll take a look later for the name tags, it's not that important. Perhaps I shouldn't tempt fate with them. And keep things normal. Or steady, rather. Now then. Do I lean out my... Still under 3,000 feet, I don't really need to lean the mixture. We're doing a steady 120... Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're not struggling at the moment. The combustion engine is ticking over. Okay. So we need to come actually about 200, Steve. If you, it's a bit delayed, my friend. I can only do it in that view, can't I? It's just the way I have my flight stick set up, but at least I can do it. Right, 209, 203, 123, 200. There we go. So autopilot heading mode of 200 currently. Very nice. Steve, sensibly, you're flying the Cessna 172. Good man. It's probably the most sensible aircraft to fly around here, especially when we're doing these ad hoc sort of landings and taking off and going to look at things. Now, what's that? Is that a NDB? It's a VOR, isn't it? I believe. Interesting. Gotta look into more of this default VFR map as well. I'm usually using a little nav map, but this shows you a lot more information now. Interesting. Interesting. There's probably little things that people haven't realised with this. VFR map as well. There's probably a lot more you can do with it, so maybe I'll do my own little video on that. Okay. Oh. I've got to say, lovely. You know, you got these forests, you're coming out of little towns, little regional airports that are hidden away and very nicely modelled. Not bad, chaps, and you've got Hobbinton to go and you go and try and land in the car park, take a helicopter, fly it around Hobbinton. And catch yourself a little hobbit. See if you can see elves in the now 10 points. Everybody's got access to Google while you're watching this. Well, what was the wood next to Hobbinton? That's oh, who was that? It was Pippin and Merry, wasn't it? They used to go and look for elves and Frodo wood at times too. Sun on the mouse on Xbox, cloud gaming, or is it not supported? Xbox One. Don't know, I've never tried to do anything other than the Series Xbox and PC. The Series, not Sirius. There we go, thanks Dave. Yes, Hugh, we'll have to catch up on that conversation. I'll take a look. I won't do it now because I could spend most of the stream looking at flow settings, but I shall take a look later, my friend. What do you think, chaps? Beautiful little streams, little rivers. Chaps, somebody come up with a flight route. And like I said, we can all decide which one to fly. I'll be flying with you next weekend, community flight. Anybody's welcome. If you're watching now, join the Discord. If it's not in this video, if I've not linked it, I will do after it's uploaded. And it's on most of my other recent videos, the Discord. Xbox, PC, come and join. Come and chat. You don't have to chat even, but you can be in Discord, get all the details. Now, get that VFR map back to where we are. Bit of a distance, chaps. Okay, we'll get into the other island and see how we go for time. It's Friday night, isn't it? Doesn't matter. What do you think, Steve? Looks nice, isn't it? I'm quite impressed. It's becoming rapidly my second favourite place to fly. This. Just got to keep an eye on that terrain ahead there. It seems very undulating terrain, so it raises and descends quite quickly. Lovely, yeah. Just velocity 1 flight stick, Lewis. That's what I'm using. I typically use it. I've been using it 99% of the time since I've got it. I just find it so useful, especially when I'm live streaming. I'm switching in between things. What is some Superman? Yes. How are we doing? Are you having trouble getting back in? Yeah, fully recommend the flight stick. Out of all the... because of the price, basically. You can't go wrong with it. And yeah, I'm just using it constantly. Look at that. What do you think, chaps, watching it? I'm quite impressed. Maybe my graphic settings are not... I've got some things on high, but mainly medium. Yeah, absolutely. I'll watch that, Superman, and give you my feedback. You jump on now? Great, Dave. Yeah, you're missing out on a lovely flight, I've got to say. Steve, we may change heading at a whim, by the way, if I see something I'd like. We may just change at a whim, so just be aware. How's that altitude doing? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's just reset my view. Oh, yep, I think we need to raise. I'm going to come down quickly and just shove 1,000 feet in there, so now I will need to lean. Not lean out the window, chaps. I'm going to have to lean my mixture a little bit. It's not going to like that. That's fine. Yeah, we should just make it. Look at the undulation of this lander. Oh, stop doing that. 2 buttons on my flight stick, and it's the sort of Xbox buttons beside the X ones to go to the menus, and the other one is to external and internal. And I keep pressing the wrong one, so... Look at the mountains. This is what I enjoy, and this is why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to discover what New Zealand is about, but I just love going out, not knowing where I'm going, and just seeing some beauty. Wonderful. Use the flight 1, velocity 1 flight yoke and quadrant, or the Hotus 1 throttle and stick, depending on the aircraft. Yeah. Yours is modded though, isn't it? One way. Yeah, it really is lovely. Deus, yep. Deus, rather. Sorry. There we go, I got Disco Dave. Thomas Soaring, are you with us, my friend? And Chunzi, Steve behind us. Lovely. Just be careful, Dave. Looks like you're heading... Oh, okay, you're just doing a low pass over the over the forest. Fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating. Let's just take a look at what these chaps are doing. Very nice. Bit of formation flying there going on. I'll leave you to do it. Yeah, do come and join us, Rusty. Yeah, we're just flying around. It'd be great. Yeah, we're just flying to the middle of nowhere. Checked out the Middle Earth sites from the movies. Yes, we just did that, Travis. You missed it. They look okay. I did it in drone cam, and if you do it in drone cam, you're probably not getting the best view. I'll say take a helicopter, let the sim catch up with the scenery as you're flying along, and you're probably going to get the best view that way. Drone cam takes a little while for the sim to catch up. For free, it's not bad, you know, and it gives you the feel of Hobbinton. And it is only a set. There's no hobbits. Although my passenger looks like, well, maybe she is. Who knows? Okay, yeah, I'll watch it later, Travis. It'll be up on YouTube later, the stream, yeah. It'll all be up. So, calling out for ideas, chaps. Come and join the Discord. Spread your ideas about a flight around New Zealand. We can all decide on which flight we would like to do. People leave various suggestions in flight text chat, I believe it is. Just refresh my memory. Oh, there's so many red flight text chat, yep. And then, yeah, we can fly that next weekend. Let's do something exciting. I was landing on... no, wait, I'll leave that to your imaginations. Online name is Hobbinton, with a couple of anybody who has it written down. It's got a few numbers after it. Is it 2044 or something of that sort? Fly south, yeah, we're flying towards there, K1W1. Northern Europe for the server, Rusty, yeah, it is. I can show that to you with the wonderful flow, and you should be able to do this on Xbox when it comes out. There you go. You could just I could change to any of these servers now. Don't need to go back to the menus. Just click on one of these. I'll be in that server. Not going to because I'll lose the people behind me. Wonderful little addition, flow. Singer gets praises, but I do like it. I do like it. Especially when you're streaming like this, you just need to change something at the click of a button. Like, let me just double check. And I'm only showing you scratching the service fuel level. I'm at 50%, I'm fine. But if I need to, I can just top up. Very, very simple. Oh, lovely. Chunzi to my right, David to my left. Here I am. Here I am, stuck in the middle of you. It does. I don't know, I'm not going to start singing. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, you mean flow, Rusty, yeah. Yeah. The top toolbar's handy for drone. We need more drone controls within flow, basically. Although, I was using the keyboard generally there, so you can go to showcase in flow. I won't do too much here, but if you go to the camera, you go to showcase, and then you can use the drone controls that way. So yeah, essentially you can do the same thing. So I can disable. I need to update my flow. Just ignore that. Keep coming out with updates, so I can disable that top toolbar. It doesn't appear anymore. I can just use flow. And you've got portal off auto search, which is fantastic. Ah, let's do that. I do need the VFR map. I don't need weight and balance. So I'm going to use auto. What am I doing to myself now? Just to show you. Just want to show you something. I don't know if this is coming to Xbox. This is with the Pro version. I don't think it's with Essentials. Utilities. Auto. In you go. Proceed. Click off that. TO, wiki near, wiki near. There you go, it's letting us know where you're flying over. So wherever you're flying over, isn't that brilliant? Hopefully that feature will come to, I love that part, there you go. Tells you a little bit about the district, so I could have used that old bloody stream. Never mind. Never mind. No, you're going to get the essentials, Dave, one more way. You're going to get the essentials, but I believe Auto is with the Pro version. I believe it's the essentials you're getting, isn't it? No, not just the basic, because the basic one's just your toolbars for Flight Simulator. Whereas this flow will give you things like servers and various different things. Yep, definitely a cool feature. I love that wiki thing. And I'm only scratching the surface, really. Okay, we're flying along. Take a look at the map here. Yeah, we'll get to this island and land somewhere, chaps, I think would be a good idea. Where? Maybe NZCH. Didn't someone say before, and can we make it down? It's a long way to go to this one. NZON. We'll see when we get there. See when we get there. There's not a lot of airports around here, doesn't look like. So, yeah, we'll fly towards, if you got your VFR map open, the Southern Island and NZCH. I think that will be a good place to wrap up. And that's going to take a while, so don't fret. Stream, we've got a while to go yet. Updates, here's... You're going to have to do... It shouldn't take long with the update, as long as you've got decent internet. Beautiful. Oh, by the way, Steve, I'll talk about this now. I've been watching through The Crown. When we did the tribute flight, you recommended The Crown. I'm on to Series 4 in the middle of that at the moment. I think there's only 5 series of The Crown. But I'm enjoying watching that. Really, The Crown is sensational, gotta say. Done already? Brilliant. Well done, Rusty. Let's keep an eye on you chaps behind me. I do have to keep an eye on terrain. Although I do have warnings, so I could hear that. It is a great series, yeah. And the Diana story is interesting. You know, you're only speculation somewhat. Obviously, we don't know the full facts, but you can imagine that she went through quite a torrid time with the royal family. Who would want to be one of the royals? I wouldn't. Freedom's completely gone. Quite a few people there, but I think they're all part of a different group. Oh, lovely ground, isn't it? Lovely terrain, ground. Lovely features. And the internet's holding. Wow. Now, what's that below me? Ooh. Very nice. About an hour's flight. Okay, Stevie, we'll see how we go. See how we go. Just jump into the cockpit just to make sure that the terrain ahead is... Yep, just look at my mixture. I've got it leaned. That's fine, just come down. And we're doing a decent rate, so we're fine. We're fine. We are fine, I believe. Yeah, we're just over 3,000 feet. That's brilliant. So it's high altitude flying here. For a Cessna, relatively. Compared to what I normally do, anyway. A couple of airports there. How long is that gonna... Ah yeah, we're going to get to that island in no time, and then we'll line up, like I said, with NZCH. So that's where we're going for the chaps watching the stream. And we are there at the moment, so we need to come down. I'm just going to change my heading to 180. Let's do that. Come down, 170, that's a bit too far. 180, there we go. You can spawn on us on the map in North Europe server. You should see us flying. You're asking for an airport, goodness. We're in the southwest of New Zealand, basically. Roughly. Closest airport to us will be NZRO. It's debatable. Yeah, if you go to NZRO, you should see us flying. You should be able to spawn on us from the world map, as long as you're live within the server. I don't know if you have to have one of us added. Oh, NZTM is closer. It's close by, okay. Where is that? Oh, yeah, there's one there as well. Anyway. Oh, yeah. That was the course we were going to fly, that's why that's there. Found it? Great. So let's give you a bit of a view there. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, I was debating whether to get the PlayStation 5, because I sold the PlayStation 5 when I had it, for those of you who don't know, because I didn't think PSVR 2 was coming out this quickly. Debating whether to buy a PSVR 2 and PlayStation 5 because it looks fantastic. Then I came to, well, so far I'm being sensible, thinking, well, I might use it for a month or two and then get bored of it, which, to be fair, I used the PlayStation 1 for half a year or so. When I first got it, I used it quite a lot, but I don't typically fly in VR. I don't do a lot of VR these days, so then I've actually ordered myself I've got a CV1, and I do like my CV1 PC VR headset, so I've ordered myself a new face plate for that, because it's a bit uncomfortable when you put it on. So I've got a leather face plate coming, which should help. That should come tomorrow. So I'll be giving that a spin tomorrow, but I might go for the G2. That's about half the price of the PS5 and PSVR 2, and you roughly get the same performance if you've got a decent PC. Not the same games, but Resident Evil 8, for example, you can mod and play in VR on PC. And apparently it's just as good. You don't get the haptic feedbacks and things. Oh, stop pausing. You don't get the haptic feedbacks. No. Yeah, you're right there, Dave. Sorry, just passed over that airport. I don't know why it wasn't showing. Oh dear. Have I just moved the screen? I hope that didn't affect the stream there. Why is that not showing? Have I just not zoomed in? Ah, not zoomed in far enough. There we go. So yeah, basically, yeah, I might go for the G2 reverb. Chaps, Steve, you're using the G2, are you not? Just give him time to reply. There's a bit of a delay with the stream there. And picture quality, is it very clear? Do you get a very clear picture with it? Small sweet spot, that's what I've heard. Probably the best all-round headset, that's what I've heard. Yeah, I mean, I can get it now for $620 on the HP website. And there's a 10% discount, so I can get it for $540. I believe that. $620 is £62, $560. Sorry, Rachel, we are trying to be quiet. We are in quiet Cessnas with a muffle on our engines. Australia time. We're not flying into Australia, are we? New Zealand time, George. It's good to see you. Anyway, Rachel and George. And Rachel, stop playing that guitar. It's keeping me awake at night. There you are. Yeah, you must have a very large mansion, Rachel. We've been flying for an hour and a half since you last said that. Oh yeah, okay, George, go ahead. Give us a blast of the national anthem there. Oh, yeah, try not to spam too much, but there's not too much chat going on. It's fine. Don't keep doing it, please. Look at those mountains, and oh, look at those mountains, chaps. Just to the left of us. Tempting, tempting. We won't in this stream, but keep that in mind for a community flight. Just going to take a look on the coast down here, just a second. So if we fly down there, fly across here. Chaps, I've changed my mind. NZMK. I've got to do a couple of things before work tomorrow as well. So NZMK, and that's just on the southwest island we're flying towards. And we're pretty much within, if you're following me, we should be roughly on that flight path anyway. Oh, is it? I've got it on clear skies, Steve, just so people can see properly. Flying to NZ, the south, is it Queensland's islands near Queensland? We're flying to NZMK, basically. I'm not prepped for the stream, chaps, it's just an ad hoc stream. Just showcasing a little bit of the beautiful update. Doesn't it look fantastic? The textures and the undulation and the mesh, graphically, top notch, I've got to say. Really want to explore these areas more. Look at that. Beautiful. Stevie, thanks very much, my friend. I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us. It's been a couple of hours, so I don't blame you. But we are coming towards the end for those of you who are watching. We're just flying now to our final destination. Won't take us too long. Wonderful. Really does look amazing. Yeah. Lovely rainbow. Did I miss the rainbow? Was it? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, obviously in live weather. Do I risk live weather? Let's just take a look, shall we? We can do. We got our little flow here. Live weather. Take a moment to update. Ooh. Yikes. Eee. Okay. That changes things, doesn't it? Interesting. Not got the rainbow yet. It's going to be different, slightly different for each person, but I can see some clouds over the mountains outside. Wonderful, wonderful. And the shadowing there is beautiful. Nothing's popping up on your screen. North Europe server, all players. Yeah, can't advise more there, I'm afraid. Hasn't passed 15% yet. Oh, yeah, it's not great. That's on PC, isn't it? Easy MTB. It's not good. Oh, there's a lot of people downloading it, likely. Yeah, should be coming any time, imminently, Alan. Imminently. Took me a day to download it on PC. It took me 2 to 3 hours on Xbox. Go figure. Same internet connection. I don't know why, but it did. Ooh. Yikes. Yikes. Aircraft's being tossed around like a... Yeah, let's just check on my speed. Just going to lean out my... There we go, just lean out my mixture a little bit. There we go, we're speeding back up. Oh, we're speeding back up because we're being tossed towards the terra firma there, but we should be okay. We got enough altitude there to clear what's ahead of us. Just keep an eye on that. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Have you ever come across, Steve, and evening, Russin, ever come across land like this that just undulates so wildly? Flying along, take your eyes off what's ahead of you and you're heading towards a ravine. Wonderful. Keep alert, chaps. Flying with me, it can just suddenly appear. Wolverhampton. Yes. True. Xbox AI generated names are weird. Yeah. Generated names are those will be players' names, aren't they? Stockport? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very good. You do get a lot of undulation in Stockport and Wolverhampton. Very true. We're just having a bit of a joke for those who are listening. You don't, in reality. Well, in reality, you do, in fact. Ooh, look at that. Is even with my PC, that looks stunning, doesn't it? Move that map a little bit. Let's just shrink that. Ah. Let you feast your eyes on that for a second. No, I'm not using the Velocity 1 yoke, I'm using just the flight stick, which is generally what I do when I'm streaming because I'm next to the PC and I just like the flight stick. It's just so useful in so many ways. Love the yoke and pedal combination. Actually, the flight stick and pedal combination is fantastic. But I'm just using the flight stick and the twist rudder for this flight. For many flights you'll see me flying on, in fact. What I tend to do. Works well in all circumstances. Really does, Dave, doesn't it? Really does. Yeah, easy MCB won't be that expensive. Computers, they don't take a lot of electricity. Just ovens and dishwashers and tumble dryers and that type of thing that take a lot of electricity. Look at rainbow. There you go, chaps. Isn't that stunning? Screenshot, screenshot. Oh. See if we can get a better one there, in fact. There. That's my screenshot for the month. Like a doodle. Explain more there, George. I'm glad I did this tonight. It was just flying in this area. I thought, you know, look, my internet's holding. I was going to make a video on the world update, and I thought, look, live stream. I can chat along with my subscribers and friends, and we can see a rainbow together. So I can see the red and yellow, and red. I can see the red, orange, green, and violets there. Is that indigo? Red and yellow, pink and green, orange and purple and blue. I can see some of the colours. Lovely, lovely. It's stunning. No sim I've ever seen, and likely you've ever seen, does this type of thing better than flight sim. You get that kind of variable cloud cover and rain and mix of shadows. Yeah. Okay. Stalling. Oh. Just going to take off autopilot for 1 second. Whose idea was this? I'll keep in the same general direction. Just try and steady. There we go. Steadied my speed a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's not me, chaps. That's the. Just bear with me, chaps, for a second, just while I get through this burst. Wind burst. I am leaned out, by the way. Speed is picking back up. And I can't see what's ahead of me, so I'm just going to keep my altitude. Yikes. And I'm trying to keep it straight, and it's blowing me. Ooh. Dave and Chunzi, are you having difficulty here? Tempted to put it back onto clear skies for the stream, but this is kind of... Look at that. Stop looking behind me. This is kind of interesting to see and to fly through. You don't often come across this. I'm just going to make sure. Yep, just going to make sure I've got enough fuel in my tank. I'm going to put some more in anyway. It's the last thing I'll need. Yeah, I know I'm over speeding because I just want to keep myself, get through this. Oh, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't fly through this in a Cessna. It's just not advisable. I'm just going to try and keep... Yeah, I need to climb. I got crash damage on, I believe, so... Not ideal. Come on, climb. Bear with me, chat. I'll be back with you in a second. Cannot see. You know, chaps, just because I've got crash damage on, I'm not going to risk that. I cannot see. And it's something I would not do in a flight, and I just didn't expect it. So sorry, chaps, I'll put it back on to live weather afterwards. Oh, we were fine. We were fine. Nothing to worry about. Well, maybe. Just couldn't see a thing there. So, autopilot back on. Bring myself around this way. See where we are on the old map. Are we still heading towards our destination airport? Yep, we are. So it's that direction and we're there. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, I can bet it's easy. Yeah, you do get some stunning views. Wind, yeah, tell me about it. That was chaotic. Are you still in live weather, Steve and the Disco? Dave? Are you still with me, or are you crashed now? No, you're still there. Well, Steve's still there. Disco there, Dave's still there. Somehow you're both getting through that. There's no way I could fly through that safely. Well, you brave chaps, do record it. If you were flying through what I was flying through there, that was a no-go. No-go. Alps is something we need to do more of. I love the Alps. Easy. I was going to do a set up a live stream. I'll probably still do it. I'll set my own live stream up. I want to do some extreme live stream. Multiplayer live stream where you can all join in the future. So set up a course. And it'll be in that vicinity, let's say. But, yep. Let's do a, for next week, somebody come up with a New Zealand flight plan, please. And leave them in the Discord. We can choose which one to do. Look at somebody with some familiarity of the area. That would be good. And you give us a sort of little tour as we go around. That would be fantastic. But yeah, Sunday, Rusty. Next Sunday. So a week on Sunday. That. Really enjoying this. Really enjoying this. It's been a while, chaps, since I've really enjoyed a flight. Really enjoyed a flight, and this one I am. Xboxes, NVM, Showtime 22. Oh yeah. Okay. Is that a game? Basketball? Baseball? I'm out of the loop with that one. Showtime, is that baseball? I do like baseball. Or maybe you're not even referring to baseball, I'm just being silly. Motocross, even well, there you go. Something completely different, yes. Motocross, lovely. Yes. Okay. Right, I didn't follow it, but I knew about it, of course, yes. I had a friend who used to do it, in fact. Fanatical about it. Another friend who used to do the TT Isle of Man races. He went there every year to compete in them. Was that the Isle of Man or Isle of Wight? Isle of Man, wasn't it? I believe. An Irish friend. Right, okay, we're heading towards our destination, that's good. So we're just going to cross this body of water. Might need to adjust our bearing a little bit, but I can do that in a moment. In fact, come down and see what bearing I'm at. 195, I'm going to go back to 180, chaps. Feels comfortable. 186, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just using the Velocity 1 flight stick H1 to do that in this mode. I can just move my heading bug. I did a video on that a while ago and it's very useful. Oh, Rachel! Wow, you didn't need to, but thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And I do apologise for waking you up or keeping you awake. That's lovely. First donation I've got on a live stream. That is wonderful. Thank you. And I never expect mine. Yeah, that's lovely. You could try easy MCB. I don't know what to advise because I'm the same when it comes to PC. It took me a day when I re-downloaded Flight Sim. That was fairly recently on PC, and like I said, 3 hours on the Xbox. And the recent update, world update for New Zealand, took 5 minutes, if that. So, and that's on PC, so I don't know what's going on really. But a lot of people understand. A lot of people are downloading at the moment. No, I really appreciate it. Thanks, Rachel. What tunes, what songs do you play with your guitar? I play the keyboard, in fact, but mainly classical and easy listening music. And the scenery is getting more and more beautiful as we go along. Steve, you're to my right. You're in a kickbox, I didn't realise. That's good. You're to my right there, and Dave's just behind me there. That's great. Just behind Steve. We're coming up to the body of water. Once we cross the body of water, we should see a runway hopefully ahead of us. Plays blues to rock. I did a lot of blues back in the day on the keyboard. I've lost my knack with that. In fact, I have a keyboard, I just don't play it nowadays, which is a shame. Blues to hard rock. Wow. Fantastic. Blind lemon. You're calling me blind. Yeah, I can see you clearly now, Steve. I can see it's clearly a kitbox. I just didn't realise. I thought you were in a 172 previous to that. Fancy flying. Very fancy flying. Or was it always Dave in the 172? Never mind. Never mind. We're flying aircraft. Mango wheel. Mango wheel. Oh, mango wheel. Wheel. No, you're welcome to, Mike. Although I do have a hobbit in the back, just beware. I stole a hobbit. Oh, you was, Steve. Oh, Tony! Didn't realise you were just beside us there. Are you with us or with the other group? You're with us. Lovely, lovely. Look at that. Stunning. The mesh on this is probably better than the UK, I've got to say. Well, as good as. Better. Better. Because so much undulation and hills and ravines and mountains, and there is a lot to discover in New Zealand, chaps. In Flight Sim. And probably real life as well. No doubt. Yeah, that little hobbit. I'm going to use him to moderate the Discord. Something else I've been watching recently, I've mentioned it before, but The Last of Us, I mean, it's a computer game, isn't it? Based off a computer game, so a lot of you may know it, but my goodness, what a series. Really enjoying it. And we've got The Mandalorian Season 3 starting 1st of March, I believe. So lots to watch, which is great. And the rest of The Crown. Now that you have your BA livery, you can fly in the UK with your Toyota. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, the Otter's not something I've flown a lot of. So much to do in flight sim. Okay, chaps, watching, just to catch you up there, we are flying over this body of water. Unless we can do something daring. There's a little island between the islands, guys. I don't know how flat that island is. It looks like there's a bit of undulation, maybe not. Maybe not, maybe we'll just play it safe for this live stream so we can end it safely, as I don't have crash damage turned off. I have it all set to hard. Although the Cessna 172 is not a difficult aircraft to correct. We're going to fly over that little island. If I see a place that we can land on that little island, we're going to do it. Just beware. Slow Horses is fantastic. Gotta say, I watched the. I started to watch that and thought, okay, this is interesting. It's Simon. Oh, what's his name? Yeah, it's not going to come to me whilst I'm in the live stream, but wonderful series. Yeah, yeah, fully recommended. You can only watch that on Apple TV at the moment, chaps, but well recommended. 2 series up at the moment. You might need it, Mike. Are you with us? Got Alan there, great. Tony, Chinsit, we've got a few people with us. Lovely. Well, yeah, just beware. And there's another one coming to Apple TV at the end of March, I believe, Tetris. I think it's either a movie or series coming, but looks interesting, based on the true story. So, you know, they went to Russia to get the rights of Tetris, and the Russian government got involved, and yeah, very interesting. And Nintendo, of course. Risk fate here. Just gonna get the name of the actor. Slow Horses. One of my favourite actors. It's Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman. Slow Horses. Absolutely fantastic. Unrecognisable, but fantastic. As a flight the day before, that makes yeah. I just did this off the cuff basically. Sometimes I like to do that, just pick up flights. In this case, I wanted to showcase the New Zealand update. I just thought, whilst I'm doing it, I might as well do a live stream and chat to people. But typically, yeah, it's good to practice these things and get a proper course set up. But sometimes it's just good to go, isn't it? It's good to go and explore. And we've seen some incredible sights along the way. Lost in Space, is that a new one? A new remake of that? Okay, I've not seen that one. I saw the one with the guy from Friends in it. That's way back. Joey. Yeah, alls I wasn't that impressed with. Some of the Australian. Yeah, to be fair, I've not flown much in Australia since the update, apart from the combination flight stream we did with collaboration with Simhanger and Turtle Beach a while back. That was a while ago when it first came in, the update. But I'm really impressed with New Zealand, I've got to say. Where's this island? Oh dear. I can see it on the VFR map. One of these aircraft, I must be the big one. See what's going on behind me. Everything's fine. So chaps, we're now looking for this island. Oh, it's Tony, great. You go ahead and scout, Tony. Looking for this island that you can see on the VFR map there. We're going to see if it's landable, and if not, we'll just have to fly to the mainland. And I just wonder if it's more prudent to fly to the mainland, but you know, come on, we've got to try it, haven't we? We've got to try. It's too tempting not to try that. That little island there I'm looking for. Passengers, I've seen that. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Is that with Jodie Foster? That's the one I'm thinking about. Heading to a little island. If you can see the stream, you're going to be a bit delayed. But if you look at my VFR map, actually there's an island between a little tiny speck of an island, but if you zoom in, it looks big enough. It's got RIWT is the... Just click on that. Is that VOR? Well, it's the waypoints, navigation point for the RIWT. RIWUT is the navigation point on the island. I'm going to go and see if it's large enough for us to land that. Still some distance from it, so it's not going to show up for us yet. Yeah, I saw you, Tony. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good film. Yeah, very good. That's why they had to decipher the language, wasn't it, of the aliens, and learn to communicate with them. Steve there, we got Tony there, we've got somebody ahead, but I don't think they're with us. Dave's still there to our back right, or to the rear right. Yep, it's looking good. A bit of artifacts showing now, I'm not quite sure what that is. Never mind. Just move the camera slightly, that's disappeared. It's all very blue around here, isn't it? This stretch of water is bigger than I thought. Let's just see. Fuel. We've got 60% lows of fuel. Actually, while we're here, let's liven things up. I don't know if this is a good idea. Oh, not a good idea. I'm just seeing what the live weather's doing. Not a chance. Chaps, if you're in live weather, I wouldn't do for this landing. If it's landable. If you were getting what I was just getting there, there's no way you could see where you're going. What is that? Stop. Thanks, Jonathan. Lodge Potato, what server? It's North Europe. Lodge Potato. You don't have every movie. It's on that island. Okay, right. You're about to get more planes coming towards you, Rachel. Okay, let's get inside. Gonna have to. I reckon. Well, let's just lower my throttle a little bit. I reckon 185 chaps as a heading. Just gonna play around with that for. Oh, just follow me, basically. Got the island, great. If it's the island we're all going towards, we should all convene and have a picnic. Not much of a showcase this, I'm afraid, this part, but the previous sites we saw were incredible. We've just seen a vast amount of blue and ocean at the moment, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'm stressing my aircraft a little bit, but you know what, I'm going to leave it, because speed's okay, we're just over-revving, but I'm sure the aircraft will, mind you, I've got engine stress turned on. Let's just bring the throttle back. Don't want any failures right now. Got the sandwiches, lovely. Chaps, what are you seeing? I've just switched to the live stream data and it seems like it's loading in. Let me know, are you still seeing me in the air? This is very disconcerting. I don't know what's going on. You can see me. I'm going to ignore what YouTube's showing me. It's showing me a repeat of the flight. I'm still streaming. I've not stopped streaming, so yeah, okay. Well, you can still see me on the live stream, yes? YouTube does some funny stuff in the background. I'll stop switching to that page because I might be doing something. Still showing an excellent connection on my end, so there's nothing much to stream in at the moment. It's only water. Chaps watching, let me know, because yeah, just let me know what you're seeing. If you're seeing my aircraft And everything's steady. I'll take that as an okay. Yeah, we're not... yeah, probably... I reckon a bit longer than that, in fact. Got it right in front of me. Maybe 5 minutes or so, yeah. Still streaming, great, okay. I'm going to ignore what I see on YouTube. On my YouTube page. It's just showing a repeat of the flights for some reason to me. Always good fun. I reckon maybe 5 to 7 minutes. Then we'll be. We're gonna go for it, chaps, and just try and find a patch to land in. Wish I brought my floats with me now. Get off. Oh no! Oh, what's that? Oh, okay, Steve. Alright, take care, mate. I'll see you in Discord. Chat in Discord, yeah? Thanks for flying along. It has been quite a lengthy flight. But it's all good fun. All good fun. Okay, where are we? Okay, yeah, not to worry, Steve. We'll catch up some other time. Yeah, take care. Thanks for joining us. So, chaps, that's where we're heading to. This island here. I've no idea. Completely ad hoc stream. I mean, the mainland is just literally beyond it, and there's an airport on that mainland. So, worst comes to the worst. Well, worst comes to the worst, I crash into the ground and it's the end of the stream because I don't have... I'm not going to turn my crash damage off. What happens, happens. So we're going to try. Keep me informed of the stream, chaps. Gotta go. Yeah, understood, Yanis. Take care. Thanks for joining us. And sleep well. We are coming towards the end, chaps. Bear with us, those who are still with us, just a bit longer. Need some moral support. Really not far, we're literally on top. In fact, do I start to... Don't want to do anything with my mixture at the moment, but I will go full rich coming into land just in case I need to head back up into the air again. See what's happening there. People still with me? You are, you're right with me. Alan, Dave, you brave chaps. And Tony. Brave men, and whoever else may be with me at the moment. Ugh. Don't see it on the actual, I don't see any sign of it. Looking ahead there is some kind of weird line going. I don't know, are you getting that weird line, zigzag line going across? Must be a boundary thing or something. Very strange. Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, that's the aim, just to help out where we can. It's always good fun. I always enjoy doing settings videos as well. You know, it's something I would do regardless, I think. But it's always nice to hear that people are actually being helped by it. It's like a bonus, really. Where is it? Oh, is that it? Is that the island? There. I think I found it, chaps. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my heading. I'll let you know my heading bearing. I think I can see it, and I can kind of see. Ugh. I don't know. It looks like a mountain. I'm going to give it a try. It doesn't look like a flat island, but there may be a flat piece of land on it we can land at. We're coming very slowly. I hope you got a suitable aircraft for this. Let's just see. Alan, Cessna, Dave, Cessna, very good. Same as me then. Tony, good luck. Oh, you may be okay. Oh, that's the island, isn't it? That is it. Okay. Just here. For those at home, I believe. Ah, great, great, mister. So you can lead us in then. And the MB339. Yeah, me too, Dave. I've no idea. This is very ad hoc. This is flying on the seats of your pants, basically. It doesn't look like it. Looks like a big hill. Yeah. I'm not sure, Dave, either. Not sure. If anybody's in a quicker aircraft, scout ahead for us. I can kind of see we could probably land the way we're heading towards it. It's going to be an uphill landing, basically, but we should be able to just manage it, especially in a Cessna, I'd imagine. So, guys watching, whatever happens here. If we crash, we crash. I think it's just a good laugh. Yikes. And if we make it, maybe put this in the live stream, whoever's going to set it up for next week. The multiplayer live stream. Looks like to be a second. Looks to be a second island. Oh. The one oh yeah, there does. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, there's a group. There's a little group of islands coming up as well. You're right. Shall we take? Yeah, I think you could be right there, Tony. We might take the left-hand island because it looks flat. Yikes. Mister, you must join us for our multiplayer flight we're going to do next week. Then we're going to hopefully do it in New Zealand. We could do with somebody with some local knowledge. If not, I'll just bring up the wiki in my flow. In fact, just out of interest, shouldn't be doing this now because we're very close to searching Wikipedia for nearby articles. Shouldn't be doing this when live streaming either. No, it's not picking up anything anyway. Because I'm just jinxing the whole setup here. Yeah, so the left-hand island. Yeah, that there's no way we're going to land on that. Left-hand island looks a little bit flatter. Lost Potato, great to see you in the air with us. Looks like somebody's going down. Maybe not. Okay, somebody's going for it, looks like. No, yeah. So yeah, looks okay, doesn't it? Ugh. Now then, there seems to be quite a few. I want to get down to catch you chaps. But I may not make it myself, so may not make it. Someone's in a bell there. That's great. Now then, let's just see. We've got time to take a last look around. Alan's right behind me. Good idea. Someone's in an F18. Good luck with that one. Okay. Yep. Disco Dave, are you still there, my friend? Are you underneath me, or... Is anybody getting that line just behind me now? It's like a dividing line. It might be a dividing line for the scenery. Disco Dave, I've lost you. It might still be there, but just not showing. Just looking around for you. No, don't see you. I'm sure you're there in spirit. Right, concentration. Reset my view. There. 20. Blimey. Okay. Okay, we're very close to this island. Let's get configured. This is the island here. I'm just going to slow myself down to around 22 RPM, still under autopilot control. As soon as I come below 3000, I'll go full rich with the old mixture. So chaps, I'm going to be changing heading and goodness knows what to line up. Just line up with that island as best you can. Land where you can on the left-hand island, not the island with the mountain. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be quite bumpy. Okay, that'll do for now. Doesn't look good. Well, no, not the one that's direct. Not the one with the big mountain hill on, Tony. The one just a bit further ahead. It's like flat island. To the left of it. It's quite far left. Look at my screen. I'm kind of putting my mouse over it. It's got a, must be a famous landmark, that hill, a piece of rock rather, in the ocean there, on the estuary, whatever it will be, maybe. It's not flat. It's looking flat to me. You might be looking at a different island. Unless it's just not rendering for me yet. Lost Potato, you're pretty much directly over it now, so you should get a better idea there. If you're not sure which one, maybe just follow me. Well, I'm not saying I'm going to do any better, but got a good vantage point. No, it's just something I want to try if I can find. If I can just find something, even if it's just a sliver of a landing strip. I really want to go for it. What are we? I'm at 20 AM. Okay, let's just keep my throttle up slightly there. Get to 21 RPM. 2100 RPM. It's fine. Keep an eye on my altitude there because I'm still over 3,000 feet. Yeah. Maybe a land bridge, yep, if you could spot one. This looks ideal. It's the one yeah. Unless I'm not seeing it, it looks okay, the one I'm looking at. Oh. No, no it doesn't, not now. Yep, there's a big rock right now. Okay, it wasn't what I thought. Should we take a recce? Should we take a recce off the land? It's probably the wisest thing to do. Tony, you're directly over it. Can you see any flat land there? And said PM, no, we're not landing at an airport unless we have to. Possible, yeah, okay. We're going to try and land on a flat piece of land on one of these little islands, basically. Just to finish the stream with a bang. Is that flat, long piece of land you're looking... Oh, no, 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 no. Now it's rendered. Yikes. Yeah, between 2 points, maybe. Is that what you're looking at, Tony? You did tell us, Rusty. Yep, you did. You did. My sim wasn't rendering it. Is Tony gonna go for it? What are we doing? Speed-wise, we're fine. Looks like Tony's doing something there. Yeah. Negative. Okay, chaps. In that case, we are literally a few minutes away from NZNS. NZNS? Not far away from that, so literally it's just a little bit further along from where we are. We'll go and land there. I think it's probably more sensible. It was a good idea. In theory. Nelson, great. Is it Nelson? It is. I shall take your word for it. Nelson, ZNS. Nelson, it is indeed. Yep. Yeah, I mean, heading directly towards that, so that's not bad. Right, speed back up. There we go. It is, isn't it? It's fascinating, in fact, New Zealand, the update. Kind of unlike anything we've seen so far. Look at that. So if you got helicopters, you're going to have a Stevens Island. Ah, I could have made that. Don't know how. Disco Dave, are you still with us? Have you bailed? Have you crashed? Bit of a bumper stream this, chaps. I was meant to be finished about half an hour ago, an hour ago, but well, why not? Friday night and all that. %12 on them. Ooh, painful. Painful. I remember those days. It wasn't long ago. I just had to leave it for the day, basically. Taking my cough just while I adjust. Yeah, I had to take it, leave it on for the day, basically. Right. Tunnel we go. Look at that. Huh. It's my kind of flight, this. Just head out. You don't know where you're going. Look at the map and think, well, I want to go and land there. I want to go and see this place. Don't know. I've not pre-planned it. I'm just going to go and do it. Lovely. Let me know, chaps, if you like that type of stream. And this type of stream, it's a little bit different from the multiplayer flights, but I can do them. I do them now and again. I enjoy doing them as well. Cool. Grief. 1 day and 6 hours. I mean, flight sim is the worst for me on PC, Xbox, no problem. It's the longest program I've ever had to download in terms of download time. Okay, that's good to know, Mike. Yep, still there. Oh, you crashed. No, just spawn on top of us, Dave. We're going to land, if you want to, we're just going to land at the Nelson Airport now. Pretty close to it. Well, at least we didn't land on you, Rachel. Cornwall Airport near Picton would be a good one for you. Not far from Nelson. Yeah, we're going to wrap up here. I'm already running an hour behind. I've really got to prepare something for work tomorrow. And it's I've got to come down off the high of live streaming as well. It takes me an hour or so. Another time, and like I said, I'm going to mention it again for those who have joined since. We do community flights. We're going to do them every 2 weeks now, and not when Simhanger's doing his community flight, because a lot of people who fly in our flight fly in his flights, and it doesn't make sense to do 2 flights on the same day. But every 2 weeks, roughly, we'll be doing a community flight. It's the community, you guys and chaps and girls, who will be responsible for creating the flight and also leading the flight as well. I'll be there on some of them. Like next week, I'm hoping to be there. I will be there next week. I think I will be there next week. So a week on Sunday. And yeah, if you've got an idea about a New Zealand flight, come on the Discord and post it in flight text chat, basically. What's that called again? I like that name. Rangitoto Kiti Tonga. I do apologise, chaps, if I'm butchering these pronunciations. Obviously, I have no idea where I am at the moment. My pronunciations of words are not the best at times anyway, as you probably found out or discovered. I do try. Just have quite a lazy mind when it comes to words. Numbers I'm good at, words I'm not. Generally. Anyway, we're heading towards NZNS, NZNS rather, Nelson. What's the elevation of the airport? Click on that. Elevation is, ooh, it's all 4,000, one's 4,000 feet, runway 2. Runway 24 is 2,000 feet. This is going to be interesting. I'm at 3,000 feet at the moment. And we're closing in. Okay, that's a good way to end, isn't it? I may raise the altitude to... we'll see what the terrain's doing when we get a bit closer. But I'm going to prep it. I'm going to prep myself. Let's be wise. Okay. Let's change that to 4-1. I'm not going to climb to 4-1 yet, I'm just prepping. Oh, lovely, Rachel. Yeah, we look forward to you joining us. You know the feeling, yep. Oh, ouch. So the PS4's worse, is it? Ugh. Yeah, I don't have any trouble. Like I said, the only problem I've had is with PC Microsoft Flight Sim. It's the only difficulty in downloading anything. Everything else is fine. So go figure. How's our flight path? We're heading directly towards it. Good. Got airport markers on just to make it a little bit easier. So, pause the sim again. NV. Oh, showtime. Yeah, I get it now. Okay, yeah, you're in the right place there. Alan, did you? I think a few people have bailed on us. Or I'm just not seeing them. Okay, how are we doing? Who is that? There's a few people there, so I've got Tony and Showtime there. And there's one person that must be Alan. Are you behind Showtime? Yeah, it depends how you have your control set up there, Mike. I had that with the Velocity 1 yoke, but I had the top levers and the push-pull levers both set as throttle. That caused that problem. Oh, okay, Alan, yeah. I'm surprised mine's held up throughout the whole flight so far. Although YouTube is showing me very strange things, but never mind. Really? 12 minutes run out. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Yeah, PS4 was a little bit strange in some ways. When you're trying to copy clips, especially, you had to format your USB to a certain, is it FAT32 or something like that, for it to copy quicker. 17 foot. It's not what the VFR map's showing me, but I'm going to take your word for it. It's not 4,000 feet. Let's just take another look at Nielsen. Or Nelson, rather. Yeah, it's showing me difference. I've got a runway at 4,300 if you click on the VFR map there. But like I say, I'm going to take your word for it. If it's lower than that, then all's good. All's well. It's got all the... Isn't that handy? I won't mess around with approaches and goodness knows what. It's all very handy, this VFR map. Anyway. Lovely, lovely. Wow. Stunning. So I hope this has given you... it's a bit longer than I expected, but I hope it's given you a good overview of what New Zealand has to offer. The free update. I mean, it's... we've only flown part of it. And that's taken us 3 hours so far. Much more than I anticipated. There's a lot to see and there's a lot of beautiful parts to it. A lot of beautiful parts. Okay, lovely. Oh, Could be right. Yep, it's just me being dum-dum. Yep. Yep. Ignore what I was saying before, and obviously, yeah, that's the length, you're right. Dum-dum, 14 feet, it's right there. Yep. Streamer mistake. Dear. Yeah. Absolutely right. Never listen to Hobbinton, especially when he's been streaming too long and his mind's conked. Oh dear. I have to laugh at myself, it's okay. Right, we're coming towards it. It's all good. Look at that. Ah. A helicopter flight would be interesting, wouldn't it? Over part of New Zealand, of course, not the whole lot. Okay, cheers, Mike. Yep. Take a look in my cockpit. I'm going to keep at my current altitude for now, my current heading. I just feel fine with that, then I'll adjust when I get a little bit nearer. Still 5 minutes or so from the airport. Should be straightforward. Probably aiming to land at runway. We're heading 199, so 21, if I have that right. Let's hope I got it right this time. 24 or 2020. Let's see what runway's ahead of us, shall we? It's an unknown to me, this one. Just going to adjust my heading slightly there. There we go, now we're heading more towards it. Let's take a good look. Let's put it to 210, and that should put us, oops. There we go. That will do. No, you're right. I really don't. I mean, you know, when I think about subjects for a video, obviously I'm rehearsing that and researching for it. But with these types of flights, as you can see, I just like to see what's ahead. Basically, I just like surprises, shall we say? Like to surprise myself. Right, can we see anything? Should be getting the airport marker. Come up soon. Obviously still 15 nautical miles beyond. And in fact, I won't do it now because I'll have to pause and turn off POIs, but I don't like POIs for landmarks because generally, but I can see to that later. So where are we going to? We're going to fly over that part, so it's beyond, it's over there, isn't it? Somewhere, if I've got this right. We're flying over here. This is that part of the map. And we'll fly over this mountain, and it's roughly over there. Yep. Okay, I've got a good recce, I believe, of where it is roughly. Oh, wow. Good grief. Yeah, because I slept through a tremor once. We had a tremor in the north of England way back in the 80s, I believe. But that was only a tremor. Ah, I could avoid that myself. Let's get an idea of where it's pointing us towards. So that'll be... looks like we're flying. Let's just get external. Looks like this part is where we... I guess we'll see when we get there. We're going to be flying over the land. That's... oh, yeah, the VFR map's just updated for me, thank you. That looks more accurate now. Okay, so that is there. That island there is that. So we're going to fly over this land and it's beyond, just over there. Good. Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube anyway, but it's going to be over 3 hours of flight to watch. I'll try and put timestamps in there, of course. We flew over Hobbinton, which was nice. And then, yeah, just kept going, basically. That's the danger of these live streams. If you don't have a flight plan, you can just keep going. Let's check on the fuel status. 48%, not worried. It's handy, isn't it? Flow. Just go to your fuel tab. Have a tab where fuel. Put your icon over it, tells you your fuel level, and then just add as you wish. And that will be the same with Xbox, I believe. You'll be able to do that. We'll see when that happens, when it drops. Okay, with the landmark markers on, at least we can have a... is that Cable Bay? Must be a cable cart over there then. Yep. Interesting. Cable Bay there. Delaware Bay. Sounds like it may have some kind of American influence, Delaware. The name. Ira? Interesting. That's interesting, isn't it? When you put the landmark markers on, you can get an idea of what the sort of the names for various different places when you're first flying over them. Pippin Island! Right, Pippin, you get out my aircraft now. Abseil. Free fall. I picked up Pippin when we flew over Hobbinton. Right. Airport should be coming up right ahead of us. And that'll be the stream end, chaps. First time I felt an earthquake in my life was at the computer, and I was at the computer and it felt like someone was giving you a nudge from the left. Very odd. Wow. What was that? Oof. Yep, quite sufficient, I bet. I bet. No, I wouldn't like to be in an earthquake zone, obviously. It's still can't believe the amounts of people who perished in the Turkey earthquake. Horrific, really. Okay, so we are coming up somewhat. As soon as I get the airport markers come up, I'll start to configure the aircraft once we're in range, about 5 nautical miles out. Ooh, that's beautiful. Ira Forest. Let me look at the amounts of interest and points of interest you have with this. So thanks, chaps. This is something I would have done anyway, and it's good to stream, even though I didn't have a specific route in mind. Thanks for joining. It's just good fun. It's my favourite thing to do. Oh, you really should, Mike. Yeah, New Zealand is incredible. The update. Look at this. I keep saying that's going to be my catchphrase, isn't it? But you got little towns and wow. And you've got the mountain ranges framing the whole. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, give me a point of interest for the airports, please. Have you got it in sight, chaps? Al, I can see you back again. NVM's showtime. NVM's showtime, see you there. And Kfrex. Kfrex, is it? Can't quite see your name there, but welcome, welcome. Nelson South. Huh. Wow. That's a stunning place, isn't it? There's the airports. There's the airports. Okay. Oh, and we're well in range. Okay. Yes. Well, had to keep you on the edge of your seats, didn't I? That's okay, Cessna, I'm not worried. I can slow right down. And I'm going to take my autopilot off. And I'm just going to head towards a runway, chaps. Head towards a runway. Right over Nelson. It's a funny view, but never mind. Okay, I'm just going to get myself in line with what I can turn this map off. It's going to getting my way there. Get myself lined up for one of these runways and just go for it, basically. Oh, I need to lose altitude quickly. I'm going to do that. Gotta do that. Not something you should do. Fall rich with the mixture there, just in case. Yeah, I'm just going to get down in altitude, don't worry. Ignore what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. After all that, I don't want to miss this runway. Oh, where is it? There it is. There it is. There we go. And the velocity one flight stick is great for that. Well, coming in hot, but it should be okay. I'll want some at the correct altitude here.
500.
There we go. Put some flaps in. Bit quick there. The old flaps, but it's sorted itself out. Not a problem. Not a problem. There we go. We saved it. Not the typical type of approach. No, the pappy lights are nice, aren't they? Got alright pappy lights there. Somehow. Oh, a bit low now, but I'm going to land short and bring her down nice and gentle, right at the threshold. There we go. There we go. Raise my flaps. Clear the runway for you chaps. And we can just see a couple of people land and we'll wrap up, I believe. Yep, we've got Alan coming in. And NVM Showtime just behind. And Kfrex. Kfrex. There we go, Alan, very nice approach there. Should be absolutely fine. Oh. Not sure if that's just the sim lagging a little bit. You'll be fine, Alan. You'll be fine. Apologies if you were just behind me at the same altitude. I just had to do some emergency nose diving towards the ground there. Yeah, you're fine, Alan. Absolutely fine. Oh, there we go. Good day, mate. Do as the Australians do, Alan. You got down, you're fine. Well done. It's a long old flight, that. Kifirex. Probably not pronouncing your name correctly, but do forgive me. Later, Tony. Lots of fun. Still 5 minutes away. Finals. Bye, mister. And we'll watch. Go on, because these chaps have been flying with me. I don't want to leave them short now. I want to watch them and get them landing. Go on, NVM Showtime. You were with us. And Firex, you were there with us too. There we go. NVM, MVM. You have a good approach coming in there. That's good. It's a long old flight, wasn't it? Long old flight. A lovely little airport, I'm going to say. Oh. Right. MVM. Oh, nice. You nailed that. Very nice. Keyfire X. It looks like you're coming in a little bit too high there. You might make it, but you need to lose altitude ASAP. Looks like you're going round. Okay, I'm not sure if you're coming in. Are you coming in to land? Not sure. Listen, chaps, I'm going to call it a day. I really need to get off. Yeah. Alan. So he wanted to play as I was landing. I wondered, you did shoot up and down a bit there. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. And hopefully we'll see you for the community flight, where we'll all be flying together and chatting, hopefully a week on Sunday. So that will be, let me just give you that date, and I'll put the information in a post anyway. But I'm hoping that will be the 5th of March, if I have that right. So take care, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon.